She upstairs chilling because she's a little tired from the birthday shenanigans and celebrations that we had.
And nothing like some shenanigans.
And
Alright, well, while y'all at it, go ahead and see what's up on Facebook.
Okay.
Hi, Facebook.
See, that's why we said don't even show it yet.
You right?
Know?
Okay, I didn't know we were on
All right.
Okay.
So we are on now, live on Facebook. What's up, Facebook? We
Hi,
already
Facebook.
said hello to our World Genesis family. Listen. She be on it. We are coming to you live and direct from the House of Sunshine.
Yes.
And so, before we get started,
because we got a couple of things to get through today.
Yes. Okay. So we're want to say happy birthday to my sister Valerie, which is why we are now down here. She was supposed to join us, but it's the birthday shenanigans got her a little bit tired.
When you do get up, I got you a little something.
So we're gonna put this to the side for you. You can get it tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
She probably won't be coming back now.
Oh
no. So tonight we drinking on some Pink Whitney.
Oh shucks. Is it refreshing? I kind of don't remember.
It's refreshing, all right.
Okay. Oh shucks.
We just want to, you can't. You see, I'm pouring a little bit too much, but it's a lot of ice, y'all. It's a lot of ice.
You can't down is basically what she's saying. I got the picture.
It's a lot of ice, and I made it cold.
Gotcha.
So, right, we should be good with just the one. And I left our shot glass cups over there in case she decides to use some foul language.
I'm behaving.
I'm gonna have to open it up.
Don't open it up.
Okay. Because Kitty got left home.
And this is some rough stuff that Maker's Mark is really some put hairs in your chest.
All right, let me see if I can share mine on Facebook. But before we do that, we're gonna do our toast. Happy birthday, Val!
Happy birthday, Val!
Happy birthday, Val!
Do you remember now? Tastes like lemonade. If you need some juice, we got some juice.
I got water.
Okay. All right. So we decided that we were going to try a hoagie from a black-owned business from Chester. I believe they're from Chester. I'm not exactly sure.
I can get the little
Okay. And it's called Sisters Sandwiches.
Sandwiches. You know it must be good if it says it's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich. And somebody jumped the gun because it looked so delicious to her when she walked in the house.
I took one little teeny bite.
What did you say it was calling you? How was it calling?
It was calling me like Pookie.
All right, let's try it.
It's delicious.
Give us a second. I'm gonna eat the last piece of mine, but guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't sharing. That's good. It's off. Now everything is fresh. The meat is cut perfectly. It's a right amount of everything on it that you wanted. Whatever you requested.
It's delicious.
Alright, let me take my last bite. Okay. Anywho, we're about to get on to our subject.
But read our comments first. I don't want to talk my mouth full. Val got on there. Hey, Val.
And she said, thanks for the joint, Coco.
You're welcome, girl.
Alright. Forgive the gabbleness of it all. But when you're eating a good hoagie, or excuse me, sandwich, you have no choice but to act a little ghetto.
Now listen,
That's a patio show today. Oh, we wasn't on that.
We were supposed to be on the patio, but it's a little warm out there.
And we on Instagram.
Oh, hey, Instagram! What's up?
Can you tell people how they can get to here though? While I finish my last little piece.
Well, you will have to go online.
Facebook.
Go on Facebook or Instagram, and you should be able to find them, and you can place your orders. They cater and everything. Not only do they do sandwiches, they also do bowls. So if you don't want the bread, I guess it doesn't come with bread, but I'm not exactly sure. It's 2 sisters that run the business. Again, black owned, black support. That's what we do. Okay. So let me see if I can get my face. Oh, I don't have to. I still have to share it on Facebook at least from my end.
Yeah, I tagged y'all.
Okay.
Bernard Bricker said, "Y'all stingy. Hope it's good." It is.
It was delicious. Thank you for joining, Bernard. Welcome.
What's up, my brother?
Let me share this real quick. Ooh, there's content not found. Oh, why is that? Maybe, okay, here we go. Share. Alright, so, ready to love. Part 2 of the reunion.
We left off with a cliffhanger because Kyra had to give her decision.
What do y'all think her decision was? What do you say?
This is what I say as I finish this last bit of the hoagie. AJ,
Can you hand us our shot cups just to be on the safe side? You see them 2 little red ones?
no, she's not gonna get the shot cups. Like she don't believe that I'm not gonna cuss.
Got them. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so at first I was kind of rocking with AJ, and I understand where he was coming from because basically Kyra can't make decisions, but if you've been on a show and the other chick that liked you, as soon as I go out of the country and I told you I was going, then you gonna take her out for her birthday and kiss her, and she got pictures. It was nothing else that I would have been able to do. She walked away.
When the show ended,
Right.
I'm still on AJ's side because you have not made a decision. When we left, you said you still don't know what you want. So, what am I supposed to do? Be on hold while you make up your mind?
No, you're not
and not
supposed to
go
be on
out
hold.
on any dates with anybody. So, to me, I'm still free and single. I could do what I want. Just like she's still free and single. And she said it, that they were still single. So, I could do what I want.
And you're
Whether
right.
it's
He
go out
was
with
right, but I
her-
would have felt some kind of way. But I wouldn't have been as indecisive as her because
Exactly.
sister, you still hurting because you really did
Like Jason.
you like Jason, and he just wasn't dealing with that.
No. Anyway,
So that broke up, and that they're not. She said that they can remain friends, but basically they're not dating. They're not anything.
She said that her, what did she say? Her heart was into Jason, but it took too many hits. I mean, AJ, excuse me, but it took too many hits from AJ. So she knew that from day one.
All
So,
right, Kyra.
excuse me. Troy. They talked to
Sir
Troy. They talked. They talked to Troy. That one to me was a waste of conversation.
I
That
think
was a little
so,
bit of
too.
waste of time. Just like when they talked to Andrea, the cat lady that wasted the time on the show for me. I don't need to know anything about them because, I mean, y'all, I'm sorry, but there was no interest.
Me either.
Y'all
no.
were voted off. Troy, you a player. You know. Andrea,
Offering
you
all
seem
those
sweet.
darn trips to all them ladies that you going to take them on out the country and all. You was a mess.
A mess, a whole mess. And I mean, Andrea, you seem nice, but you were just a little boring. So,
Who, the cat lady? Yeah, because don't nobody want to hear about your cats and them messing.
And I mean, I hope that you and was it Khalil or Christian or whatever his name?
She's
I
gonna be
hope
dating
y'all-
Christian.
I hope y'all have a nice date. I'm gonna move this because I feel like it's in the way.
Okay.
I hope y'all have a nice date. He seemed nice. Maybe y'all will bring something out of each other.
Plus, it don't seem like he would really worry if you start talking about your cats and things.
No, not at all. So, moving on to Kyra and Jason, they had a conversation.
A conversation, more like an argument. Because Jason, you know something, he wasn't letting her do it. He was like, no, what are you talking about now? Because it just kept going in circles and circles. He's like, you could not, he basically just told her, you could not make a decision. He was like, and I started to connect with Liz. Because I think that Kyra was really trying to make Liz feel like you were his second choice.
Yeah.
Like it was first me. So
But he did like her in the beginning.
He did, but he wasn't getting any transparency.
None at all. None.
She couldn't decide what she wanted, so.
Deuces.
So
I just think that she's mad. She's mad.
She's mad because she can't have Jason, but move on, sis.
And like he said,
She
you
still
had
hurt.
a wall up. Ooh. You had a wall up, and you didn't want to let it down, but you wanted me to be all open for you.
And that makes no sense. You can't have it like that.
No, you can't. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So they had like little sidebar conversation between Jason and Liz, and she was like, "You both were able to get out, and you did it with respect. So I'm very proud of you. Now this conversation is done. We don't need to revisit it." Basically, is what she said.
Did
She
in a
was
nice way.
That should be it. No more. Done.
But she got what she needed, basically.
Because you my man. I got a man.
Liz was happy about having a man, honey. I was like, you better go ahead, Liz.
David and the whole phone conversation. David is the one that felt like he needed to have your passcodes to everything if y'all were in a relationship together.
If you was in, and he actually said this to Stacy, you know, I think while they were on some kind of date, that's what basically what he would need, her passcodes to her phones. And she was like, what? Like, why would you need passcodes to their phones? If you, I don't know what kind of, David, this is what I'm going to say to you, even with the whole incident that happened with Liz, you are not ready to love. You need to mentally grow up, I think, first before you go out seeking a significant other, because these temper tantrums when you can't have your way and your chauvinistic way of thinking is just not going to get it in 2021 and beyond.
But what his thought also, what he said his thought was that he meant, you know, when you're in a committed relationship,
that's not what he said.
You should be. He didn't say that, but that night on the reunion, he said it. Like, you should be in a committed relationship, and it should be so open that I should have the passcodes to everything.
I don't agree with that either, because if I'm in a committed relationship, I don't want your passcodes to your
I don't
phone.
want it.
Whatever happens,
I'm not hiding anything.
There.
I'm not hiding anything, and like, I would say, okay, here, look on my phone to get whatever if you need it. If you need the passcode, here, just put it in. That's what it is, and just get. And if they told me the same thing, I'm not going to remember it.
No,
because it's not that important to me.
And I wouldn't have a problem either with it, but the way he was like, he was basically making it as, you know, you're in a committed relationship, this should be no problem. It's like a requirement. Like, no, and it's not like that.
Transparency is what he called it. Okay. Bernicia and Joel.
I was really upset about that. This was like our couple that we just knew was going to make it. But Sunshine, if you recall, we talked about how we thought that Bernicia was a little bit more into this relationship than Joel was.
You heard me, baby. Yeah, unfortunately, I did like them together. But I just think that Joel is not assertive enough when it comes to relationships. I don't know if you feel that, but maybe he's assertive when it is somebody that he really wants.
I think that what I saw was because it seemed like to me like he was telling his sister and his niece one thing, but he was telling Renisha another. So he wasn't being 100% clear and transparent with Renisha. So if this how we've been rocking all along, she wondering what's the problem.
Exactly.
Why are you changing up the script? What's going on?
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Instead of him talking to her and say, well, you know, this is what I want or this is what I don't want, you probably thought you was going to hurt her feelings by talking to her. But again, as you and I said, we would rather you tell us. Hurt us with the truth. What is it? Is it hurt me with the truth? Or whatever with a lie? I'd rather have the truth.
Yeah, and I think she just wanted the truth because, like she said, I could have moved a different way.
Yeah,
so
she wouldn't have been all up on you like that. Bernard said something. He said trust, so that pertains to, I guess, the phone conversation and unlocking stuff. You should be able to trust your significant other without having to have that information. It's not.
You can't
it's
be in a
not
relationship
requirement.
trying to micromanage it. Like, that's not gonna work.
Yep. So, all right. So they right now will probably not be back together.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
And that was our couple that we thought were gonna make it.
Yeah, and even Tommy was upset by that. You
Yeah.
know, he thought that they were going to make it. All right, so Liz and David.
I like that couple.
No, you don't. Liz and David.
Oh, I'm thinking about. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Liz and Jason. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Liz and David, the ones who he was the one that gave her the.
He was very rude to her when she tried to tell him that he wasn't ready for love, and he wouldn't let her. He tried to say that he was eliminating himself.
Self-eliminating.
Boy, please, you just didn't want to hear those words. But Tommy laid it out to him because he was like, you know, you did all this not to have her speak, but you didn't have any problem telling two other women on the show when they weren't ready for love. When, you know, but when it was your turn to get this message, you didn't want to hear it.
Nope, he did not want to hear it. He didn't want to receive it. And as Tommy said, it's his show. When you do not self-eliminate, you come to me and let me know that you are not.
Hold on, we got a message.
Hi, Dion.
Hi, Dion. She said, "Happy birthday, Val from Dion." And I want all the codes.
I used them.
Or not, because we not promised tomorrow. Love y'all. She said she want all the codes.
I think that each relationship is different. If this is something that you and your significant other agree on, fine. I don't need them. And I would hope to be with somebody that does not need them.
I think it's a difference when if that's what you want in your relationship, then there's no problem. But I think it gets kind of weird and strange, like Stacey said, when this is like a requirement.
It's
for you.
It's a requirement, and it was a red flag for her. Like, no, this can't happen. Not at all.
But I think that David is very controlling too. I just think that he's going to be. Basically, I can see why he's your first marriage.
He said he got a girlfriend.
I don't believe it.
He said he got somebody.
Until she found out who he really is.
So he ended up finally apologizing to Liz, and he got a little church hug, and you see that he tried to kiss her. Shade. You knew you wasn't going to let that lady was not going to hardly let you kiss her.
Not at all.
You need to stop.
But he did that to be funny.
He was trying to be disrespectful. Jason, get that behind. I almost said the wrong word.
You would have been drinking that whiskey.
You would have been drinking with me. This is a team effort right here. Okay. So now they're talking to Liz and Jason about
something else. Val said thanks, Dion, and Bernard said better not be no new or recent-ish. I know that's right.
Yeah. But I mean, even recent or new, as far as you having other people newer people in your phone.
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
But why would you?
I mean,
why would you? If you're in a relationship, why?
Me and you both say why, but we both know that there are some females and also some males that do that sneaky type of stuff.
Yeah. So Dion says, "Hey y'all, LOL, trust, but if something happens, we need to get in touch with the family, even if they're not always around."
That's true.
That's true.
That's
a
so
lot
true.
of times you do need somebody's passcodes to be able to get into their phone for that.
That is so true. I didn't think about that.
I don't think about that as well, but I mean, if it's their family, I'm going to have their number on my phone anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If
like,
you mean your significant other's family?
Yeah. I'm going to have their numbers in my phone.
I don't have my significant other's family. At the current moment, I don't have their numbers in my phone.
Oh, no, I would have his mom's number, or if, say I'm getting into a new relationship and he has children, I would make sure that I had his children's number in my phone. You never know. It would be no reason for me to go into his phone.
See, now you done taught us something new, because I have to make sure that I update my phone now.
Oh, wow. So it says that the video was...
Not yours, though, right?
It's paused. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, shucks. Mine's too?
The broadcast has been paused. It should resume shortly.
Okay.
So, we shall see. So, if y'all can still hear us, okay.
Uh-oh. Where's the producer?
Where's the producer? Hopefully he can't be listening. Is that his phone right there?
Yeah. I think I better go out and go try and find him.
Okay.
Here
it
come back.
It's back up. It's coming back. Sorry, y'all. We don't know what happened. There was some type of technical difficulty with the internet or something.
Is yours still going?
It says frozen.
Oh, yep. Listen, even Valsy, y'all are frozen.
Some people change numbers like they change underwear just to be on the safe side. You are so right about that. Yeah, we might have to have the girls go get Jew real quick, the producer.
Yeah.
Because it's frozen.
Okay.
Hold on. We're going to take a quick second to go get the producer. Hopefully he can fix what's going on. Not sure what's happening. I don't know if it could be something with the internet. Depends on how many people got stuff going on. Oh, okay.
It was on mine too.
Oh. Val said all good, no worries. Okay, cool.
It's freezing. It's just a computer.
Oh, okay.
Just keep on going.
All right, cool.
All right, we keep on
That's
going.
all we need to know.
Yeah.
I should have been able to look here and see this, but okay.
Refresh your page.
Refresh what? I'm not. Didn't you tell me not to touch this computer? I'm not touching that computer.
Yep, you did. She did. I did remember you saying that.
You
Okay,
said
we'll
don't
be back.
touch it. But anyway. So they talking to Liz and Jason. Their relationship is growing. They're stronger, which we all knew was going to happen because they really are into each other.
In a committed relationship, they
are
said.
in a committed relationship.
They done got committed.
Oh, hey, Troy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Troy.
And I'm hoping the gentlemen who are on the show, we're about to go into Put a Ring on It and do our recap with that. But we have a session of our show now called
Single Edition.
The Single Edition. We've had people write in to us, and they've been saying certain little things that they thought would be a good topic based on discussions that she and I have had. So this gentleman has brought in some stuff, and I would like to get y'all's opinion. And ladies, I would also need y'all opinion. So please, if y'all can, stay with us for like at least the next 10 minutes, because I think we're going to get through Put a Ring on It real quick.
Yeah, Put a Ring on It. We'll get through it quick.
So
if it freezes, pardon me.
If it freezes,
all you gotta do is tap that circle with a refresh. If it freezes, it don't mean you stop. It's still streaming.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
A lot going on, so it might freeze.
All right. Cool. Gotcha.
As long as you can see it on that phone, you still got
So.
Bernard said we good too.
All right.
So
cool.
you must can see us.
So Bernard, please stay on. Troy, stay on. Ladies, please stay on if y'all can. And we're going to need some comments once we get into this topic.
Once we get into that topic.
Yeah. All right. So, Put a Ring on It real quick. They all went on dates. Every couple went on dates, and they were going on
location,
same time, same location. All right. So the Jason and Erica, the guy that Jessica was Jessica and Eric. What did I say, Jason?
The guy who Jessica went out with. Sing about Eric.
Eric and Jessica.
That's the couple, but they each got to go out with different dates. So Jessica went out with the bodybuilder Clarence.
That was a nice date. I think
so too.
That was nice, and he went out with Tanisha, and I think that both of their dates went well.
I did too.
Okay, and both of them, I'm gonna skip on each one. Both of them decided not to go out on second. No, she decided to go on a second date with Clarence.
She did.
But he decided not to go on a second date with Tanisha.
He said Tanisha was, although that was some of the best stimulating conversation he ever had, he said she wasn't
his type
physically. So
man,
I think
that you sounded real dumb with that though.
You did. I don't think that you had noticed that. Like, it appears that you were really. Here's the thing: all this fades, so you got to have something inside,
some type of
to
substance.
keep it going. Because while, and I'm not trying to down you or throw shade, brother, it looks like back in the day. Not saying that you're not handsome now, but that's starting to go. Like your hair, I know you got the do-rags on, but you can see a whole sun up there. So it may be time to move
And she
on.
seemed to like you.
Yeah, a lot.
Now and she was all nice and bubbly and laughing and had a pretty smile and everything. Dion said hi to her brother. I don't know where he went, but
he went back outside, but that's
Anyway,
Dion, you know what you went to go do.
all right. So LaRonda and Sean. Okay.
LaRonda, you look so pretty in that pink dress, girl.
Let me just say this. Number one. Some people have issue with the fact that you was ironing his clothes before going on a date. I say if that's your relationship, that's fine.
Yeah.
I personally don't really iron men's clothes.
I don't even iron my own darn clothes. Hang them up.
I mean,
let them.
If we're getting dressed to go out together, and you say, "Babe, while you're ironing yours, would you mind ironing mine?"
Yeah, I don't
then
mind.
I'll do it. But like, it's not gonna happen just to help you get dressed to go on another date. Like she was already dressed.
Yeah, and she was helping
and
him
she
out.
was ironing his.
The iron is hot. I only like ironing my own crap. I'd rather let it hang out. Let the wrinkles fall.
Listen, then okay. So when her date gets there,
Sir James,
he was
fine. He was.
Listen.
So let me just explain this brother to y'all. It looked like I don't know if he still plays, but it looked like he used to play football. Looked like he could be a running back, but he was tall.
Had a nice car.
Yeah, muscular.
Nice skin, everything.
Yeah.
Good looking.
Like a nice buttery brown piece of toast.
Hold on. I didn't question your production skills, sir. At all, did I?
No, you did not.
You need to stop.
Since you out there monitoring us from the car and eating your cheesesteak, your sister said hi.
Okay, so they went on, and Sean went on a date with Brittany. But the thing is,
Sean was rude during that date.
Was rude, but even before that, you know, my sister and I were watching the show together, and she noticed that LaRonda was a little uncomfortable, like when Sir James got there. Like you could, she said you could see her whole demeanor change. Like she was not comfortable. But my thing is, I wouldn't be comfortable either. You got this little man over here acting crazy
and giving me dirty looks.
And giving the man dirty looks, because he was like, well, you know, you never know where you can find love. He was like, well, you ain't going to find it here. What? You don't know. Because she was kind of feeling him.
I know she was. She was. She was. And here's the thing. I don't know if LaRonda's really getting what she's supposed to get out of this, because she really doesn't want to hurt Sean. And he's like I
hope she goes on a second date with Sir James. Because they was having a good time.
They were having a good time.
They was like,
I didn't like the way that Sean basically wasn't even into the date at all on Brittany, but
and she was a pretty girl. And she seemed very nice. They seemed like they would have had a lot in common. Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't give it a chance. So.
Didn't give it a chance. So that's the cliffhanger. We're waiting to see if she's gonna choose to go out with him. But before we move on to anything
we gotta
else,
talk about the fool.
But yeah, and I want to also say, talk about how jealous Sean is, and how she called something that I never thought of. She said that he does a tactical control action, which means like, oh, she's not gonna be into him because he got this, and this.
Oh,
and that ain't what she really like. Yeah. So that is like a form of control. Hey, Verna, that is a form of control. Hey,
Tanya.
Oh, and hi, Tanya. So, ladies, please stay on because we need y'all for this next part of our conversation that's about to happen. Gentlemen, please don't leave. We're about to get to it. Okay, so tactical control is something that I never realized that can happen. Like,
me either.
You know about control and people control, but I guess tactical is the way that they move. That they don't realize that you don't realize that they're controlling you because they're very, I don't know, I guess like smooth with it. Is what only thing that I can come up with, because he's like, oh no, she's not going to do this because this, that, and the third. Hey, Lisa Marie.
Hey, Lisa.
And
although when I think of Sean, I don't think of smoothness.
He ain't smooth. Right? Anyway, moving on. Darian and Alexia.
Darian, you was a fool. You was a total fool. That's the only thing I can say about you.
You have a beautiful woman.
You do.
He decided to go on another date with Kai. Okay. He got uncomfortable when she came in there with her date. Her date was nice looking and her date was into her, but she was too busy worried about what was going on over at the other table.
She was.
And he was too busy worried about what was going on at her table. So nobody was able to get the full effect. Okay.
Tanya said, hey, I'm here and technical control is cool control.
Like I said, it's smooth. Okay. So he wants to go out on another date with Kai, number 3.
They damn near a couple now, right?
And she's very disrespectful.
You
don't have to be that disrespectful, Kai. Not at all. I'm sitting here thinking about getting the rest of my hoagie. I just looked over to my empty plate. y'all gotta go check out Sisters. Sisters sandwiches. Sandwiches.
This was really delicious.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, because we only had like a little taste here on the show, but after the show, I'm gonna
dive in.
We're gonna dive in. So we want to say thank you to our sandwiches at Sister Sandwiches. That's how you know
sandwiches.
Yeah, when
it's a sandwich.
When it's a sandwich, that's when you know it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So for the past last week and now this week, we have had a person who has had some comments on our show. Good feedback, and we appreciate your feedback.
We
so
do.
We're not going to give out any names
No.
because they know who they are. And so now we have a new segment called the Single Edition.
Yes. So if you have any questions or anything
comments,
that you want to discuss,
show suggestions,
keep it anonymous like he did.
Yes, it's fine. So he had heard us, and we did this conversation last week. He had heard us say about size, how size matter down below. Okay. Size matters down below to us. Now, I have to say this. Last week when he said that to us and everything, and and he asked me what am I looking for or whatever. Now, mind you, he's a married man, so he's not trying to holler. So he said, what are you looking for in a relationship? And I said, I want it all. He said, but at this time, and I know I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember everything exactly what he said, but like, what is all for you? And I think that I want to be sexually satisfied. And I think most people, men and women, want to be sexually satisfied in a relationship. And so for me, that's a part of it. I am not going to be in a relationship with someone where I am not satisfied that way.
But I think that like he went into depths in his
this week
in a rebuttal basically about how he got really scientific about it and how you only really need 1 to 2 inches to hit certain G spots on a woman
because it's shallow.
Because it's very shallow.
The vagina is shallow.
And here's the thing: women and how to get to that spot just like are different, just like shapes of different penises. That's just
be quiet, Mr. Producer.
That's how it is. So everything is different, but I don't think that. And I understand, where you're coming from. But I don't think that you can you can't basically categorize everybody and be like, well, you only need this much because everybody's an individual. And because
everybody's body is different.
Everybody's body is different, and you can't fault someone for saying that they want to be sexually satisfied in a relationship and that they want it all. They want stimulating conversation and to be satisfied. So,
and I never said that was my main focus, but it's part of my package that I want. So no, it don't. And I'm not saying that you gotta be 12 inches. I am saying whatever is satisfactory to me,
you and your body,
and what big means to me. Okay. Bernard, gotta wake up satisfied with the crease in your lips, in your lip period.
Oh God.
Okay. So.
Lisa said you got to be 13. Ouch. She said psych.
So then he says, is bigger always better?
Well, nobody actually said that it had to be bigger.
Yeah.
We just talked about how,
what is satisfactory to me.
Yeah.
It might not be satisfactory
to everybody else.
What my opinion of bigger can only go by what I've ever seen.
And what we discussed, because it was things that we have been through, like we didn't want what was known as a thumbkin, which is something the size of a thumb. Or pencil.
Apparently, if a thumbkin knows where the G spot is, then you should be good.
It depends on the person.
It depends on the person. And, okay, you're saying that it's shallow, and it only goes, I think what he said, 2 to 3 inches in or something.
He was saying that it doesn't take that much to hit that spot.
Okay. And he said something about girth versus length and everything like that. So basically women should know which one they want, which one is more satisfactory to them. Is it the girth? Is it the width? What are you looking for? Hold on. Dion said, but it could help. LOL, no, just joking. As long as love is strong, we can make it work. And that's true. It depends on the person.
It does depend on the person.
It's the motion in the ocean. Thank you, Verna. So, okay. So then he talked about your preference. He said, because, nobody's perfect in that area. Like a man may want a woman who has an hour or Coke bottle shape, but he has a hard time getting that. And that to him is his perfection. So would a woman's perfection be that? That's not perfection to me. Like,
me either.
So for me, it's preference over perfection.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Nobody is perfect. I'm not looking for anybody who's perfect. I just want what's my preference. And it can change. Like, I can meet somebody and know my preference, but if I have this conversation with someone and we gel based off conversation, and then it can go from there. Now my preference might be him. He might not be perfect, but he now becomes my preference because he and we gel.
And it's more of a mental thing, is what I don't think that he was like really understanding. It's not like we were saying that you have to be well endowed and hit some spots. We were saying for our preference, we wanted the whole package. We wanted it all, and this was just our opinion, not everybody else's. We wanted stimulating conversation, somebody we can enjoy, have a good time, and also somebody that can hit those spots, basically. As Verna say, the motion.
It's the motion of
in the ocean.
So then I caught on to something that he said. Okay, he said, all right, so say, would this be something, are you looking for a good time, or are you looking for a long-term commitment? I would like both. I want to have a good time and my long-term commitment.
Those make the best relationships.
Yes. Excuse me, can y'all lower your voices, please? No, you didn't hear me.
Okay,
sorry,
so
y'all.
Here's another comment from Tanya. I think if the chemistry is there, we can work on the sex, whether you can fulfill or if we gotta get toys to help.
What?
Basically, she was saying, if the chemistry is there, we can work on the sex.
Okay.
Even if you need toys to help.
Yeah. How long does that last, though?
What?
The toys.
As long as you got some door cells.
But I'm just saying, how long can you be in a relationship with someone? I mean, with using toys.
Well, it depends.
Because I think that would have to affect somebody's ego, whether it's a man or a woman. Like we always.
Let me just say, if you're using toys and you don't have to, it's just added spice to the relationship. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. But men may feel a kind of way if they cannot fulfill you in a certain way, and the toys are needed. So, but like we said, everybody is not. There are some men out there. I'm just gonna put it out there that are pencils or thumbkins, and they may not be able to really get to those spots.
Okay. So Bernard said your favorite may not be your best of all time. But then you teach your favorite how to be your best of all time. Verna said the rose. I'm not sure what that means. And then, okay. So far, so good. But hopefully they won't get loud again. We shall see. All right. So then he asked, toward the end, he started asking some questions. So I'm going to ask these questions to y'all. Hold on. Tanya said, I think you can. Hold on. Whoop, y'all moving too fast. I think you can because sex ain't that long. So if the chemistry is right, we can overlook that as we learn and teach. Sorry. If you feeling a dude, he can be an inch and it will feel like what? Oh, Rose. Verna said the rose is a toy. What? Oh. What? You tell me how an inch feel like 12. Please tell me.
Listen, what the Lisa said, what she said an inch can feel like 12, honey.
Okay. If you say so, I'll have to believe you. So, then he goes on to, and sir, I'm going to just say this. We are being respectful to you and what you're saying. Just know that we just like to have fun during our show. Yeah. It's just all in fun. It is fun. So please don't take anything to heart. Okay. What is your biggest regret in a relationship?
My biggest regret in a relationship?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lisa said it's the mind.
Oh, it's the mind. Okay.
What is your biggest regret in a relationship?
You mean in past relationships?
Yeah.
It ain't had nothing to do with sex. My biggest regret?
It might be it could be that. You could be like, dang, I shouldn't have gave this person some. That could be a regret. I don't really have any regrets when it comes to relationships. I have lessons that I've learned, but I would not say that I have regrets.
I would call them that. Then lessons that I learned.
Loving someone too long. Yep, I get that. I can definitely understand.
Or
that.
Loving someone at all in a past relationship. Oh, and Dion said falling for someone too fast.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Sometimes I will say, and you already know this with me, I stay too long.
I think that with me, I think that I don't
relationship.
And I'm not pointing at any specific one either because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But it was in past relationships that I sometimes be feeling like a dummy. I'm like, darn, I didn't even notice that this was going on or this was happening.
Exactly. Any others? She said, "Oh, it's the mind." Okay. So then another question was, are you sabotaging yourself with wanting all of it, wanting it all, because you're not willing to open your heart up to just receive anything? I guess is how he meant it.
Well, here's what I say. I've realized this as I've gotten older. I think that in the past or past relationships, it was more like, well, it wasn't really what I wanted in the relationship, but it was more like, but, this person loves me. I may not love them as much as they love me, but they love me, so maybe I can overlook some of those things. And that's not fair, and it doesn't work. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. I think that you should be totally satisfied. That's meaning sexually. That's meaning mentally. Like, when you've been away too long in the daytime, I'm gonna think about you and be happy that you come home.
Exactly.
I don't want you to come home and then I'm like, man, where can I go to get away from this Mickey Figgy? You know what I'm saying, cuss girl?
Girl. So Troy said, no regrets, just lessons learned. Yes, that's what I agree. I can't say that I have regrets in any of my relationships. I really can't. What did Tanya say? I don't think so. At this age, you want
that's what I'm saying.
And you aren't sabotaging your picking. And yeah, and you open up your heart to who you feel is deserving. I think we've learned all of our lessons, or a lot of lessons at this age.
Yeah.
You know, where you're like, okay, this is what I want. Like, I'm not settling. And I don't want to
settle. And you
settle.
shouldn't have to.
I don't. Like, I can say, you know, certain things, like in past relationships that I've said, this is how I want certain things handled. And, you know, and I was clear to the person, and I made sure that they was clear on what I want. And they still didn't do what I asked. So now it's time to just be like, you know what? If I'm not getting what I want, then I don't need to be here. It's a waste of time now. So Dion says, it's not fair at all. Been there, done that.
Do you? Yeah.
Y'all don't need me, right? We was hoping you would come in here and give some opinions,
yeah,
Mr. Producer, but I mean, that's all up on you. I mean, like, you help make the show as well. You are a part of the cast.
And we would love to have your opinion on this.
Yes. So, I mean, I just feel like, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but I'm just like, I'm not going to open myself up to someone that does not deserve it.
Not only not going to open myself up, but I mean, and you know better than anybody, especially in past relationships. I've been through some stuff, so I'm no longer going to settle. I think that you should get what you want, and if that's what you want, you should go after it.
And my all is different from everybody else's all. So if I want it all, that's what I want.
You deserve that.
I want what I feel I deserve.
Yes.
It's not necessarily sabotaging myself or anything like that, because I do still leave myself open to be flexible on some things, and I don't have anything set in stone.
But you know what I noticed at this age, and this is what I'm happy to be at this point. A relationship is just supposed to flow. It's not supposed to be a whole lot of fussing and fighting.
Yeah.
I am not supposed to feel like I want to bash you in the head every time I see you. That's not normal. So when it gets to that point, like, you're not happy. No. Like, it's supposed to just flow.
It's supposed to.
Even if y'all do have, nobody's ever going to agree on everything. And if y'all do have disagreements, you're supposed to laugh about that and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Tanya said, we can be alone, so being selective is now an option. Yes. Because now we're like, I've been doing this by myself for so long, and it's not to say, and I'm saying for men and women, probably men as well as women. That's how I should have said it. You get to a point where you're like, okay, I've been doing this by myself.
I'll be all right.
I'll be fine. And it's not saying that we don't need the opposite sex. We want the opposite sex in our life, and we want somebody who I think is going to be supportive, who is going to make you laugh, who you're going to have fun with, who you can travel with. Like, everything changes now, because now I'm not looking for nobody to have kids with. I'm looking for someone to have fun with and enjoy these last days of our lives. You know?
No kids, because together we already got a Brady Bunch. So, there's my kids right there.
So he says, this is real easy. Never compromise your
This is from the producer.
Morals, personal, or intimate position for anyone. That's your right. I agree.
I agree too.
I agree. If this person is making you happy and they are not causing you any mental, physical, emotional damage, I say have fun. I feel like you should, at this time, be looking for somebody. If you're single, should be looking for someone who can be your best friend, who you can travel with, who y'all can laugh at everything with, each other, yourself, somebody that you can have around your family. There's no drama. Like, it's just so many points that you can look at.
And it should be
now.
effortless.
Yes.
Like,
so the sex part, that to me is a bonus. But I still want what I want when it comes to that.
nothing wrong with that.
Period. Period. With a T at the end. So that's what I took from there. Did you have any other points that you wanted to bring up from him?
That was like mainly it. Like, just like we are all different people. So if this is what somebody wants, and this is, everybody's different. We want mental stimulation, like I said, and also physical. You want to be satisfied, because in my eyes, if you're not totally satisfied, you'll start to stray, and that's just my opinion. So you know, I think that you should get what you want, especially at this age.
Yeah.
You should be totally satisfied.
Time.
She said, period.
Exactly. And you want some, like I said, you want somebody to have some fun with.
Yeah.
You know, I love laughing.
I do too.
I love laughing, and I love love. So if and when that ever happens, and I get to that point,
it's happening. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Jesus. What did he say? Hold on. We just don't want to have that. Well, I can't see.
We just don't want what we had.
Exactly.
Girl, especially now if it was bad. I know that's right, Tanya.
No. You know, I think most of us, I'm not going to say all of us, but most of us are empty nesters. Or on our way to empty nesters. Or we might have grown children that live with us. Listen, I had a man tell me that he was afraid to come visit me at my house because he was afraid of my youngest son.
Nephew, how you gonna be afraid? No way.
He was afraid of my youngest son. What in the kind of fraganacle bull crap is that? How are you afraid of a 21-year-old and you are over 45?
Was he giving him the grizzly?
Yeah. He is protective over his mother. Now, the person he was like, well, your oldest son, he you know, he was like, whatever, how you doing? What's up, my brother? But the younger is like, what you want? Why you here for my mother? What? So, let me see. Experience is our best teacher, and we need to graduate. Yes, that is very good. Well said. I do like that.
I do too.
And then Verna says his intentions. What do you mean? What was the person's
What was his intentions? Yeah.
Maybe my child could pick up on the BS.
That's right, because if you coming in with BS, that's why you were so darn afraid.
Exactly.
So
my whole thing was like, when this was said to me on my phone, I was like, right, you are a grown behind man, right? Like, you scared of a 21-year-old? Like, you have had a whole lifetime of experience before him. Back in the day, they was afraid of my brothers, but they the same age. At least he told you from the door he would not protect you in any situation. Oh, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah, if you're afraid of your son.
If he's afraid of my sons, he is possibly going to run in the event that there is a fight. And I'll be on my own.
Girl, yeah. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign.
Dion said that part. Right. I never even thought about it that way.
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
To have that perspective is like, wow, okay.
Because all he did was give him the grizzly. And he afraid? Yeah.
Learning lessons. A lot of females act like their sex is so special, and that is not the case, period. What?
Okay, I'm a little lost with that comment, Bernard.
We didn't say that our sex is.
No, not at all.
It's so special.
We just described what we wanted.
What we want, just like you know what you want. Period.
Okay.
You know what you want in a woman, and we don't think that men want what might feel like a mayonnaise jar. That's
exactly.
how we describe it.
Well, yeah, that's how it was told to me. Listen, from my brother, I was like, I kept telling him, I said, listen, this is when I was like, I think I was probably like around 19 or 18. I think you keep forgetting that I'm your sister and I'm a girl. Like, who wants to hear that?
Yeah. So, yes, our sex is special. I do agree.
I agree, Tanya. And Deion said,
and
yeah.
of course, mine is special for me. Like, it is.
Yeah, they do. So I know they wasn't for me.
Tell them, OG, we are... What?
And we are handlers of our business.
Yeah, I dig you.
And Bernard said it's a two-way street.
We know this.
We agree.
We agree. You never heard us say anything negative about the man.
At all.
Except for our opinion on that subject.
In our experiences.
And yes. And that's all we're going to do. Give our opinion. We love our brothers.
We do.
To death. And we value your opinion. Mm-hmm. We thank you so much. And if anybody has any show suggestions that they would like to have a conversation about, he said our sex is special too. We know. We just said it.
we just said that, Mr. Medusa. We said that the men are special too. But if you have any comments that you want us to do, you can please send them through text at 215-571-9262.
Or you can send us a message on Facebook in our inbox. And we will make sure
that you're on the single edition.
On the single edition next week. Although I have a feeling that our same writer from last week and the week before may give us an opinion, which I will gladly take.
Yeah, I think he wants some more conversation on this because he's really deep and passionate about this point.
Yes. And it's fine. But I'm ready to move on to a different subject, please, sir. Please and thank you, sir.
I'm ready just to eat my hoagie.
I'm ready to eat my hoagie too. Mr. Producer, you need to come on up here because we only got 3 minutes left in our show. Woohoo! We about to tear this hoagie up.
From again, we gotta give
sisters sandwiches. He's talking about sandwiches. Listen, anybody that lives in this area, y'all can get y'all's. Listen, my sister was trying to get the tuna bowl today.
Okay.
She said they were sold out when I called the order.
Oh man.
She said they sell out of that first in the morning. People call in their orders before they even open up.
So now, listen, this
awesome.
Is where you can
congratulations, ladies.
And they're on Facebook, but they do have a store too.
And they have an Instagram. So they'll hook you up. It's nice and fresh. All the ingredients are really good. Nicely sliced meat, everything.
Delicious. I got the corned beef. My daughter downstairs got the turkey.
He said, I'm not being negative.
I'm not being negative. Y'all talking about size and satisfaction. That's a two-way street.
And we agree.
We agree. And we're not we didn't really discuss size. I think that was more of the gentleman. We basically just said we wanted to be satisfied.
We just want to be satisfied. Just like I think that women want to make sure that their men are satisfied too.
Yes, of course. Of course.
So, just like y'all try to satisfy us, I believe that we try to satisfy you. And if you have a person in your life that is not trying to satisfy you, then they are not for you.
And ladies, sometimes you gotta watch the hub.
What you talking about?
Pornhub.
Oh, she said the hub.
The hub. Get some tips.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep, get them tips. Get them tips.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I almost got knocked out from the smell.
Did you get high?
I got a contact, I think.
Oh, okay. It is a little strong. But anyway, y'all.
Okay, now one more. Deion said maybe two more. I'm glad I was on Facebook today. This was good. Wanted to have to get on more often. Love you guys. Love you too,
Love
sis.
you too, and I thank you so much for joining us today. Please
Thank
try to
you,
get on
big
board.
sis.
If
Love
you
you.
have anything that you would like to talk to us about or would like for us to bring up as a topic, just let us know. We'll bring it up. Send it to our
And
inbox.
we can keep it anonymous.
We will definitely keep it anonymous because y'all don't know who sent us this last one. I know who it is.
I don't even know who it is.
What did you say? I feel.
Coco
I feel it
didn't let
over
that
here,
one out the
brother.
bag.
Huh?
What you
I
say?
don't need Coco and let her out the bag.
Because I told her, do not say the name.
He thinking I got
Like
diarrhea in
giving
mouth.
her.
Sometimes you do.
Do you ever try to pour water in a paper bag that's already wet? Just bust right through it.
Listen, that's why your sister said she could feel it all the way over here.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. I got the munchies just thinking about smelling
Smelling it.
All right, so thank you, Verna.
Thank you, Verna.
All right, y'all, we about to go. I'm hungry.
And sister sandwiches, I'm about to tear up this sandwich.
Yes, can't wait to get my sandwich. Peace and a bye-bye. Smooches.
Smooches.
You're still on the air.
Thank you, Tanya. She's a great show.
Thank you. Would you mind handing us our sandwiches?
Yep, y'all are done in about 2 seconds. Y'all sitting there smiling like y'all want the news for real.
I'm dancing because I'm ready.